Welcome to the Plaza Theatre in Romsey. My name is Neil Gwynn and I'm chairman of the theatre. The theatre welcomes 10,000 ticket buying visitors a year and is run by the Romsey Amateur Operatic and Dramatic Society and its 350 members, all volunteers aged from 4 to 90 and everything in between. This film is a short film about the latest set of improvements we want to make to the theatre and what will be achieved by that. So, in order for me to show you that, welcome to the auditorium. So this is our main auditorium, as it would have looked on our opening day in January 1984, after we'd spent 2 years converting it from a 400-seat cinema. So whilst the auditorium looks fine from a distance, as soon as you get closer to the walls, you can see the damage that has occurred over the last third of a century. This is just one small sample. Over the course of the last 6 years, virtually every other public space, every inch of public space in this theatre has been refurbished, largely through our own efforts and our own income. So why not the auditorium? Firstly, because it's the most expensive and funding is an issue, and secondly, because the auditorium has been hit increasingly by a number of leaks, such as this one. Here, and here, and finally here. We'll return to the issue of the leaks at the end of this short film, but now looking at the stage. You're looking at the lights above the stage, and our lighting grid is fixed, there are no moving bars, and it's at the lowest point of the building, which is the worst possible thing to do. Our only access is via ladders and a light scaffolding tower. All the lights have to be hauled up those and repositioned for every show. If you look at the stage as it is now, empty, try and imagine it filled with a set. Every flat that made up that set, every piece of furniture that was in that set had to be brought in manually through these doors at the back of the stage. Every single one of those flats, every single piece of furniture will have been manhandled from here up through that gap there. Not only a lot of effort, but hardly in line with today's attitudes to health and safety. And that lighting grid that I showed you earlier, the only way of getting lights up there is by ladders and a tower. Again, not really in line with today's attitude to health and safety. The work that we want to do will resolve all of that. And finally, back to those leaks. As you can see, most of the theatre has on it an excellent roof. Unfortunately, it stops short of the side of the building, which means on both sides of the theatre we have this large area of flat roofing, and that's been the source of those leaks that you saw in the auditorium. So a key part of what we're doing before refurbishing the space to extend this roof to the edges and stop those leaks happening. Thank you very much for listening.